Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Daily D. Today's topic is risk taking. Now, how many of you have ever taken a risk? Something that scared you, something that makes you say, oh my gosh, I wonder what's going to happen here. Maybe maybe that's just showing up to the gym for the first time, or spending a lot of money you've never spent before, or going on your first date. Could have been a risk. There's a lot of risky things in the world. Putting in the stock market, buying a home, a car, having a baby. It's a risk. There's a lot of risks in everything. And how many of you, or how many of us, because I'm part of this, have gone through life trying to avoid risk? Like thinking about all the things that could happen, right? For an example, right now in the world, many people are afraid of a virus. It's called the coronavirus. How many people are so afraid of this virus that they won't risk going to the mall, to the grocery store, to the nail salon, to the movies, to the restaurants? How many people are scared to take the risk? You see, risk is part of life, but how many people are afraid to take it? Now, I believe many people are afraid of risk because we're trained as kids to not take risks, right? We're told don't touch things, don't go places, don't talk to people, don't buy this, don't lose that. Be scared, be fearful, if you will. How many of you have been there? Because I was there, and I'm still somewhat there. Many times I find myself thinking about risk, and I think, man, I can't do that. That's scary, right? How could I do that? And I like to think about this because, the only way that I have found to avoid risk is to take more risk. Now, let me tell you what I mean. You see, I'd much rather be the controller of my destiny, the decider, if you will, of the risk that I take. I'd much rather be the decider of the risk than to allow, the world to take the risks for me. You see, many people will go through life thinking, well, risk is all around me. I just got to protect myself at all times. Well, imagine if you didn't go out for the last 6 months, 8 months, 12 months from the coronavirus, and then one day you get corona and you were at home. You never left, but you got it. How did you get it? Well, maybe somebody brought you groceries. Maybe the mail. Maybe, the mailman rather. Maybe, who knows? There's so many ways, right? So would you rather live in fear that something's going to catch you, or would you rather go out into the world and actually say, if I got it, it's because it's my fault. I caused it. I made the decision. I'd much rather go down knowing that I did it, not somebody else. See, risk is going to happen to anybody. Everybody's got to go through some risk in life. But here's the deal, guys, is that I'd much rather, and you should too, much rather be the risk taker than the avoider, than the scared guy in the corner hiding under the table in the dark. Yeah, you may live a long time, but how are you going to live? You're going to live for a good time? It's not that way. So many people would say, well, I need to save my money so that one day, I can retire. Okay, cool. I'm with it, right? But how are you going to enjoy retirement? Right? Why wouldn't you take risks now? Why wouldn't you make investments now? Why wouldn't you do the things that you should do now instead of when you're retired? Because they think it's too risky. Well, I'll tell you this. If you think about retirement at 65, I don't know how healthy I'll be. I hope I'm very healthy. But do you think I'll be able to do the things I could do today at 65, which is 32 years from now, or 27 years from now? I don't know. But I'd much rather know that I could do them now and take that risk right now than when I'm 65. I'd much rather do the things that I want to do now than when I'm old. I'd much rather be the controller of my destiny. I'm sorry for the wind, guys. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but just know this. Risk is all around you and me all day. It's risky being out here. Outside, I get sick. But I'd rather make sure I got sick on my own, not, of course, by somebody else's hand. I'd rather lose all my money because I chose to invest it all and blow it all. I'd much rather live a life knowing that I caused my own fate than allowing the world to do it to me. You see, everything's got a risk to it. Just know this. Remember, it should be your fault and no one else's that anything happens to you. So God bless you. Wish you nothing but health, wealth, success, but most importantly, freedom.